You guys, I'm warning you in advance, this video is probably going to be all over the place because
Not a secret, can you keep it? Swear this one you'll save. Better lock it in your pocket, taking this one to the grave. If I show you, then I'll know you won't tell what I said. 'Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is dead.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to Stalk by Gigi 101. And today I'm giving you my most requested video, who AD is. Now, this video is so hard for me to do. I have literally sat down and written all these possibilities of who AD is. At one point, I thought all the girls were AD, and I don't know, but at one point I thought all the girls were AD. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to tell you who looks hella sus and why. First person on my list, obviously, is rat bastard RB Aria. Aria has so many points stocked against her that it's not even funny. It's not even funny, you guys. First of all, Aria has really bad fits of rage. She has trashed so many rooms, spazzed out on so many people, and just all around freaked the frickin' frack out, okay, on so many people in the past 7 seasons of this show. Now, the reason why it kind of throws me off initially as to why Aria could be AD is because AD is very smart, AD is very organized, AD very rarely slips up. The only time AD ever slipped up was in 2 cases. Hannah, and whoever hit Hannah with a car, and Maya, because remember, that anagram that said Maya knew too much. And that anagram, supposedly, the anagram for Maya knew too much was, Miss Aria, you're a killer, not Ezra's wife. So, there's that. Now, I have a theory on that, too. That could have been an anagram for that, because it does make sense. But what if Mona was right? What if she knew Aria was just a killer? Who would she have killed at that point? No one really knows. But what if, like, Mona just knew something about Aria that she didn't want the rest of the girls to look? Because if you look at Aria, sometimes when Aria really gets thrown out there, she looks like hella guilty. Because even when Mona said that, Aria looked hella guilty and was looking around like, bitch, if you don't cut it out, I'm gonna cut you. Like, for real, for real. Then let's talk about the whole Eddie Lamb thing. Eddie Lamb recognized her, and she looked hella scared that he recognized her. Why would she look so scared? Talk about Iceland. We don't know what the heck happened in Iceland. All we know is that Byron supposedly said that he was going for a sabbatical, and this was right after Aria had found out about Meredith. But they never talked about Iceland. But Byron did say that his brother suffered from a mental disease, and he thought that Mike had it, because both Mike and Aria are very erratic children. They go from 0 to 100 real quick. Now, a lot of people are saying Aria can't be A or AD. Why would she send the DVDs to herself? The DVDs? The voice messages to herself. If she has split personality disorder, she wouldn't know that these are the things that she's doing to herself. She would switch back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There was actually a Lifetime movie about it that starred Annie Potts, and it talked about that, how she had 2 different personalities, and she didn't realize what her other personality was doing. She didn't even realize that she had another personality. And that's something that's very, very real. So if Aria were to have another personality, then she would not know that she was AD. And the fact that the avatar of AD was Aria, I mean, that could have been one of those obvious dead giveaways. I don't know. I don't know. But I just know something is not right about Aria. Aria also, the A always follows Aria. Aria is the only person up until season 7 who's doing this. Why? Why? because there's something not right about Arya. Do I think Arya is AD? I think it's a very pretty damn good chance that she is. Do I know for certain? No, I don't. But I do know that there's something not right about Arya. And Arya is somehow, in some way, tangled up in this mess and has always been. Now, Cece Drake said that she stole the game from Mona because she heard the girl say that they might be better off with Allie because of the way that she acted. So she wanted to get back at them. But I want to say like season 2 or season 3. I really don't specifically remember, but you guys are so awesome, and I know you'll help me in the comments down below. We did receive a letter. No, well, not us, but the girls. You see how I get so caught up in the show that it just feels like we're all in this? But we did receive a letter from AD Incorporated, and that was the first and only time that we really ever heard of AD. And I think we all just assumed that it was Alison De Laurentiis. Why not? Okay, and that letter from AD Incorporated said, I know for a fact that Allison is alive, you better find her. Cece Drake was the one who was helping Allison stay hidden. So why would Cece Drake send them that letter? See, I think that AD, even though Marlena King is saying that AD we've never seen in seasons past, we've only seen her in this season, I don't technically believe that because something's not right. The pieces just are not fitting together. The first AD was Mona, okay? Then someone stole the game from Mona, which was CC Drake, which they all agreed on. But why would CC Drake send them a letter saying, I know Allison is still alive and you better find her, if she knew that Allison was alive and was helping Allison stay hidden? It doesn't make any sense to me. No more sense than when they were in Ravenswood and Arya accidentally, like, she tried to hold on to Cece, but Cece fell all those feet to the ground and looked like she had broken all kinds of bits and pieces, but managed to get up and disappear. That doesn't make any sense to me. Something's not right. We are missing a huge piece of the pie. Just like the barnyard scene, you guys, we're still missing a huge piece of the pie. So I think that it could be Arya because she has split personality disorder, in my personal opinion. I know you guys have told me, well, Marlena King said that she doesn't have it. I don't believe anything Marlena King says, okay? I think she's a bit of a liar. Because why would she give us real life clues if she knows how easy it would be for us to find out who AD is? Come on, guys. Let's be smart about this. Marlena King is not dumb. She's very, very smart. I highly doubt that she would actually give us real easy clues for us to figure out who is who on this show. Now, another pretty little liar that could possibly be and it would make more sense, is in fact Spencer. Now, everyone's saying that Spencer has a twin because Spencer's been acting really different this season. Her outfits have been changing. Her hairstyles have been changing. We've been seeing this. We've been seeing that. You guys, I honestly don't know if Spencer has a twin. For all we know, Spencer, too, could have split personality disorder. And Spencer's actually behind all of this. Spencer could just be behind all of this. Spencer, of all the Pretty Little Liars, is the only one that is smart enough and organized enough to pull off some of the things that AD and A have pulled off throughout the past season, the past 7 seasons, okay? I always felt that one of the Hastings had something to do with it. Like, at first, if you watch my Charles video, which I'll link that down below, I thought that Melissa had something to do with it, because Melissa really does not like Spencer at all. And yes, it could have a lot to do with the fact that Spencer kept taking her boyfriends. I don't know, but I mean, that's not all Spencer's fault. It's also your boyfriend's fault. Why? But I really thought that Melissa was A at one point, but Spencer could also be AD. Spencer was actually in Radley. Spencer's mother was in Radley. Now, according to Mary Drake, she got put in Radley because of Jessica De Laurentiis, something that Jessica De Laurentiis did. So what if Spencer is the one that has split personality disorder? I used to think so hard that all this was just Spencer's dream, or this was Spencer telling her therapist a story of what happened. Kind of like starting the movie at the end, going back into the beginning. Like Spencer's sitting there in a therapist's office and saying, well, you know, it started off like this and it went over and over like this, and this is what happened all these many years later. Like, I always low-key thought that that's like what was going on, and that, you know, Spencer was actually still in Radley, where Spencer got put back in Radley and was explaining what happened. Because, like I said, Spencer is the smartest one, and it would make sense. And I think that of everybody on Pretty Little Liars, the only people that would be smart enough to really, truly, honestly pull this off would have to be Spencer, Mona, or Caleb. Now, let's go back really quickly to when they were in the dollhouse. And Charles was right behind Spencer when she was watching the home video. He did not try to attack Spencer. And I know that Charles ended up being CC Drake, but we cannot deny that that man in the dollhouse, in the mask that was supposed to be Charles, was definitely a man. That was not a woman. That was not CC Drake. He was way too broad of his shoulders. His boobs were way too flat. That was definitely a man. And that man is somehow connected to Spencer because for whatever reason, Spencer is always getting the shorter end of the stick when it comes to things that AD wants Spencer to do. So I think that AD kind of all goes back to A, because at some point in the series, CC Drake was not A. I think CC Drake was A up until the point where they started to find out that Allison was actually alive, and then somebody else doubled back and wanted to be like, you need to find her. Unfinished business. I really don't know. Now, so many people have been saying they think Caleb is A. And I have to say, after last week's episode, this was the first and only time I ever thought that Caleb could be A. And the reason why was because, did you see how scared Mona looked when Caleb showed up? Did you see how horrified she seemed? She seemed so freaking scared. Why? Why would you be scared of Caleb? Caleb started searching the walls in the bathroom. Why? What would possess Caleb to search the walls in the bathroom? That's such a random thing to do. Like, the first thing that I noticed was that there was a window. My first instinct would have been, let me look up and see if she crawled out of the window. My first instinct wouldn't have been to feel for walls in the bathroom. So something just didn't add up there for me. Okay, so between the way Mona looked horrified at him and the fact that he knew to press the walls and where, that just seemed hella suspectual to me. So many of you have been telling me about what I'm Marlena King said in her recent spoiler-like interviews. I don't watch those things because, number one, all it does is drive me even more insane than what this show already drives me. Okay, but yeah. Honestly, I don't think that AD could ever be Hannah or Emily. I just don't think that it is. Why? They just don't strike me as being smart enough to put all this together. They just don't. And for all I know, you know, you got to be careful for those ones too. But I just don't feel like it's them. A lot of people say, oh, it could be Paige or it could be Maya, blah, 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 blah. Maya is a possibility because they never confirmed nor denied that the body that they found was Maya. We still do not know who that body was that was buried when they thought that it was Allison. We still don't know who it was. Still no freaking clue. Let's talk about Sarah Harvey for a second. Sarah Harvey. They keep saying that the girl who died, who fell in love with Emily, was Sarah Harvey. Do we believe that that was really Sarah Harvey? Because, see, I kind of feel like Sarah Harvey is the one who died, whose body was actually buried in there. And I feel like the girl who was pretending to be Sarah Harvey might have been Bethany Young. That's just my opinion. But then the also thing about Bethany Young was that Bethany Young apparently was the one who killed Toby's mom and is the same age as Charles, and Charles is the same age as Melissa, who is not the same age as Spencer and her friends. So all this stuff just is not adding up. There's so many holes, potholes in the story that it is so hard to figure out who AD is. So freaking hard. And then people are like, well, maybe Ren is AD. Now, I said before, there was a movie called Sorority Row, which came out, I believe, this summer before Pretty Little Liars premiered, I want to say, and Ren was in that movie, and come to find out, because there was an A in that movie too. I love that movie. If you have not seen Sorority Row and you are a huge Pretty Little Liars fan, you definitely need to see Sorority Row. Same exact concept as the series, clinically insane. And Ren was in that movie, and Ren actually was A in that movie. Literally, he was A. But I kind of feel like that's too much of a dead giveaway. Then it's like, would they really go the route of the book? That's a little bit also too much of a dead giveaway. Like, I kind of feel like Allison isn't really Allison. If anyone has a twin, I kind of feel like it's Allison. And I low-key feel like the Allison that we know isn't actually Allison. And I don't think she's ever been Allison. I think that they keep saying that the person that died in the one that they found, who they thought was Allison, when they exonerated the body, it said that Allison had a broken arm, but the girl in there didn't have a broken arm. And they wanted to do a further, more autopsy or something. And Jessica was like, no, I know that that's my daughter in there, point blank, period. Now, a lot of people were saying, well, the reason why she says that she knows that's her daughter was because she buried her daughter. So she knows that that was Allison. But what if Allison had a twin? What if Allison isn't even Jessica's daughter? What if Allison is actually Mary Drake's daughter? Remember, that doctor said that he only dealt with 2 of Mary Drake's children. Now, if Mary Drake only had children, why wouldn't he have just said, I dealt with both of Mary Drake's children? You normally don't say 2 of, unless there's more. It's like fractions. I'll give you 2 of 5. Or I'll give you 5 of 10. You know what I'm saying? So Mary Drake obviously had more children. And I'm starting to believe that Allison isn't really Jessica's child. And I low-key am starting to feel like every single one of those girls are Mary Drake's children. I think it's with the way Pretty Little Liars has been set up lately, it is totally, completely plausible. Now, AD shot Spencer at the end of the first half, of season 7. Why? Did they intentionally meant to shoot Spencer, or was Spencer just in the wrong place at the wrong time? Did they realize that it was Spencer? Did Spencer might have seen something that she wasn't supposed to have seen? Why? There's just something not right. There's a lot of holes missing in the story to me. As far as I'm concerned, they could all be AD. Hell, I could be AD for all you know. Spoiler alert! Shh, don't tell. But there's just been so many theories, including the names that, Allison had used. She used Holly Varjak. Holly Varjak actually is is characters from Breakfast at Tiffany's. Her name was actually Holly Goodheart or Holly Good something, Sunshine, something like that. And she, look at this. I'm getting so uptight that even my iWatch is telling me I need to take a breath. But she was trying to escape where she came from. And she met a man named Varjak who fell in love with her, and she low-key fell in love with him. But she never, in the end of the movie, I don't think they ever got married, and she never had her last name. Yet Allison put their last names together. So maybe Allison felt like Holly in the sense that she was trying to get rid of or run away from her past and create this whole new persona. And maybe she did fall in love with a guy who loved her for who she was and took the name Varjak, and that's how she got it. Vivian Darkbloom, I don't recognize that from any character. And then in last week's episode when we saw the wall where Allison was writing all the names, you guys did recognize. And I was really surprised. I'm really proud of you guys. You guys recognized the name Thorwald from Rear Window. Now, Rear Window is a very old movie that I actually grew up watching with my mother and my Nana, and serendipitously enough, we watched it last night because it came on TV. And for those of you who are not familiar with the movie, it is about a man who sits at a window. I believe he is an author, like a writer, and he has a broken leg, and he spends all this time sitting at his rear window, meaning the window behind, okay, meaning the window in the back of your house, the rear window, spying on this man, and sees this man commit the murder of his wife. The wife was Mrs. Thirdwall. So basically what I'm going to analyze from that is that Allison, okay, is saying that she feels like a character that was killed by her husband, and that maybe Ezra witnessed it. That's what I got from that. But there are so many different things, and I kind of feel like sometimes it's always the most simplest answer, and you always overlook it, because it's like you never want to believe that the simplest answer is actually the answer, but sometimes it is. So as far as who do I think AD is, I have so many different theories, okay? I have so many different theories about who I think AD is, but while I have so many different theories, I still just don't know who AD is. I'm tired, you guys. I'm so tired. I'm physically tired, and I'm metaphorically tired, because this show has my mind, excuse me. The show has my mind running a million miles a minute trying to figure out who the hell everybody is. But this was my most requested video. You guys wanted to know, so here it is. I want to say thank you to everyone who has been jumping in and doing the giveaway. I'm loving our conversations down below. Thank you for all the questions on Ask FM. Just so you know, Ask FM, it is an app, but you can access it from a website, and like I said, you don't have to sign up for it. You can always anonymously write your questions in, and then just put your name or your username for whatever social media you have in there. Also, I know a lot of you are saying, oh, well, I don't have all the social medias that you have. It's okay. Just add me on whatever social media that you have. And as far as being active on my channel, it doesn't matter if you're new. I just want to see that you're active in my channel, that you're liking the content that I'm producing, and that we can communicate about it. It doesn't have to be on my Pretty Little Liars videos. It could also be on some of my makeup videos. It could be on some of my other reviews. It could really be on anything that you want it to be. I just want to see that there's communication between you and I. Okay, and remember, it is international, and you should be 18 or over. However, if you are under 18 and you happen to win and you happen to meet all the qualifications, all you have to do is get your parents' consent. I need some form of consent from your parents, because I'm not trying to get in trouble. Got it? Got it. Good. Very, 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 very good. Okay, so that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I hope you liked it, and as always, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, or if you like me and you want to see more from me, then you definitely need to be part of the DJ Meister Merpod and come swimming with us on all our adventures. How might you do that, you're probably asking? Well, it's simple. All you have to do is rate, comment, subscribe, and share, because sharing is caring, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Loves and like, share. Bye.